Welcome everyone to sportsbookreview.com. This is your home for all the college bowls. Today it's going to be number 14 of 39. We're going to the Military Bowl in Maryland, where the North Carolina take on Temple. Looking at this game, it's the freshman quarterback taking on the experienced D. I'm joined by Babano and by DJ Big Boss. Gentlemen, how are we?
Doing good.
Good.
I'm doing excellent over here.
Big Boss, a look at North Carolina giving up 4 with Bovada. The total's 53. We like that North Carolina -4. But the freshman quarterback, can he get it done?
I'm kind of liking Temple more and more on this one. Looks like North Carolina tried to put it on towards the end of the season. I was high on North Carolina beginning of the season, but they failed me starting, a couple games after the season started. So I kind of tuned out of North Carolina. But only thing here about Temple is they kind of had a cupcake of a schedule. Didn't play too many tough opponents, and when they did play SMU at SMU, they lost. When they played UCF at home the following week, they lost. But for the most part, they've been able to capitalize on some of these smaller games, Georgia Tech, East Carolina. They did have a nice win to Memphis. But this other team over here, North Carolina, they started off well with the first 2 games, South Carolina and Miami, but as soon as they jumped into Wake Forest, Appalachian State, Clemson, it was LLL. Now they tried to pick it up towards the end of the season right here. But, to me, I never kind of respect teams that play lower division teams late in the season, and they took on Marshall just a couple games before the end of the season. That kind of spoils it for me. I would lean on the total side. I'd lean on the under, but making a pick on this one, I'm taking Temple plus the points.
Babano, experienced D on the Temple side. Last chance, obviously, for a lot of them seniors. But I look at Sam Howell, he'd definitely be up for it. And we have questioned in other bowls whether these teams, they really want to be there.
Yeah, motivation has to be part of the handicap at this time of year. There's no question about that, Flash. I think it's one of these games, though, where I think both teams are excited. More than anything, this is just a coach that flat out doesn't get it done in bowl games. And I'm talking about Rod Carey, the head coach of the Temple Owls. His bowl track record, and of course this dates back to his previous stint at Northern Illinois before he got the Temple job. He was with the Huskies for years. For me, a repeated thing that I would do every year is just blindly. You'd bet against Rod Carey in a bowl game, you're going to make money because that's the way it's been. And Rod Carey comes into this bowl game now, first year at Temple, 0-6 straight up, 0-6 against the spread in bowl games. He has proven a clear track record of, I don't know what it is. He can't stimulate the players. He can't motivate them. He can't excite them. He doesn't game plan well enough. Whatever the case may be, his teams are ill-prepared, and not just ill-prepared. If you go back and look at these losses that Rod Carey's teams at Northern Illinois had in the bowl games, they weren't just losing close games. They were getting blown out. They were getting absolutely annihilated, absolutely eviscerated in a lot of these bowl games.
Babano, do you feel that the pressure he's actually putting on himself, he's passing on to his team? Do you think it's like he's changing what he should be doing? He's going away from the playbook and it's just feeding onto the players and they're like nervous?
I just don't think he's a great X's and O's coach, Flash. I really do. I mean, I think whatever success Northern Illinois had and whatever success Temple's had a decent season. I think his coaching is leaves a lot to be desired. I think he's a very bland offensive, coach. It's not a very creative type of offense. It's very bland. I mean, we saw his offenses at Northern Illinois, very bland. Same thing here at Temple. They have a good defense, though, and they have been excellent in the underdog role this season, this Temple team. But I can't get over this Rod Carey track record. Anthony Russo, I give him credit, the quarterback for Temple. Passing game for Temple early in the season was a big issue for them. It got better as the season went on. But you look at the North Carolina side, Mac Brown's first year, and you look at a team like that and the fact that they had to win out late in the season to get into a bowl game. I mean, North Carolina had to beat Mercer and NC State their last 2 games just to guarantee that they would be bowl eligible. So you would expect them to be excited, to be in this bowl game. Do I love going against Temple as an underdog? No, because of the fact that, I've cashed a few tickets with Temple this year, especially catching points, and have done well. But, man, this Rod Carey Bowl track record, winless in 6 tries, both straight up and against the spread, man, it's staring me right in the face to the point where I could look to no other side in this game but to lay the points with the Tar Heels.
Well, that tells me don't worry about North Carolina or Temple. Let's just fade Rob Carey at 0-6. The trend is your friend. So let's go North Carolina -4 with Bovada. We've got the 53 points. We're leaning on the unders. But go to sportsbookreview.com/Bovada and press that button and everything you want on there and more. It will surprise you. Next time we're going to New York for the Pinstripe Bowl. Do you take care?